Joey Maaloof.
Hello, Dallas. I am so excited to be here. I can't even tell you how much I have to say, actually. A little bit about myself. I grew up in Detroit, Michigan, and and I'm the youngest of 5, and hair and makeup's actually in my blood, I'm convinced. My dad has a youngest brother, and my mom has a youngest sister, and they're both hairstylists my whole life. And actually my 3 older brothers are also in the beauty industry, and it's funny because I feel like my first memory of being in my house with my family is of my brothers dressing up my sister and playing photo shoot in our house. And we had this really long hallway because we had each our own bedroom, and my mom would judge a runway contest because I totally grew up in a normal family, obviously. But yeah, I got a job at a salon at the age of 15, and I initially got the job to serve coffee and greet clients. And one day I told my boss, I'm just going to bring in one of my girlfriends. I want to do her hair and makeup. And I did her makeup, and I was like, oh my god. The final product was so gorgeous. It was the beginning of my career. And working professionally from such a young age and having so much fun and so much time to experiment. Of course, living in Detroit, you're only limited to so much that I eventually moved to New York at the age of 20. So I lived in Michigan working as a professional makeup artist for a couple years, and then I got so obsessed with the whole process of getting somebody ready that when my client looked in the mirror, I felt so validated, oh my god, I have this thing about myself that can turn somebody beautiful. They can look in the mirror and feel so confident about themselves. So then I was like, why stop at makeup? And I started my apprenticeship to do hair at 18. And that even validated it even more because I could make you over in 2 seconds. You don't even need an outfit to look good. Okay? I went to New York at 20, and I spent a year just kind of floating around and jumping into fashion shows backstage, and it was just so exciting. I almost was oh my god, how is this my life right now? Is that Adriana Lima? Oh my god, I wanted to call my mom and tell her everything. And at that time, that was just exciting for me. And it's funny because I just a year into me living in New York City, I got hired to do someone's makeup, and that just happened to be Rachel Zoe. And it was so funny. I remember exactly what happened that day. I walked in, and I was like, hi, and we totally got it on, gabbing we've been girlfriends for our whole lives. And lucky for me, her hairstylist didn't show up, and I was like, oh, don't worry. I was like, I got you covered. I mean, I didn't have any tools with me. I totally only had a mini blow dryer. So I turned her out with a mini blow dryer and some hand lotion, and she looked in the mirror and she was like, oh my god. I can't believe you just did my hair with hand lotion. I'm literally obsessed with you. And I've been working with her every day ever since. And it's been such a fun experience, and in retrospect I look back and think about wow, how did I become Joey Maaloof? How did I figure out who Joey Maaloof is? And I look back and I think to myself, wow, I took 2 tools with me the whole time, and I never really even knew that they were there. And the first one was that I was always myself, and second, I always did what I loved. And I thought to myself, wow, with those 2 things, I could have been anything. I could have been a chef if I wanted to be. But I think that what brings me so much gratification is building someone's confidence, because at the end of the day, that's everyone's best accessory. I mean, I don't care how amazing your shoes are or how expensive your hair cream is. it's really all about how you carry yourself. And I think that I am so happy to be a part of an industry, especially working with celebrated people. And I have such an amazing clientele that I'm so fortunate for. And I am part of the process of making this person look in the mirror and start to have this star-like quality allure about themselves. My job is to make them look like they don't have 4 kids hanging off of them at all times, like they didn't spend 12 hours on a flight to London to be at an event for 20 minutes. You know, and it's those things that teach me the tips and tricks to, you know, bring back to you guys and really teach you guys exactly what it is that you need to do like that. No matter what your lifestyle, no matter where you work, no matter how many kids you have or how busy your life is, there is a trick for each and every one of you to really get your glam on every morning, whether you have 2 minutes or 25. I mean, I would spend like an hour and a half because you have to have the right shoes and accessories. But, you know, even getting ready in the car on your way on your way to work. I'm not calling anyone out. But yeah, there are even tricks to make yourself look amazing, and I think really when it comes down to it, it's taking care of yourself, and whether that's working out and eating healthy or washing your face 2 times a day and highly moisturizing and making sure that you're using the right skincare regimen. You know, you could leave the house with like a gorgeous red lipstick and have a full impact, whether you're in a jean jacket or a couture gown. And I think that even goes for hair as well. You could wear your hair in a slick back, amazing ponytail. If you spend an extra 10 minutes just perfecting each strand and making sure that it's gorgeous, you can walk out with just a little more boost of confidence. And at the end of the day, when it comes down to it, my job is so much fun and it's so exciting. And it's because when my client just looks in the mirror, I see her start to become a star. And she didn't feel like that when she woke up in the morning, because at the end of the day, we're all the same. We all wake up and we're all tired and we all need a cup of coffee or a cup of tea or some breakfast, or we all gotta go somewhere. So, you know, it's really about spending that time and taking care of yourself. Those of you that don't have a Joey Maaloof to come to your house and get you ready every day, you know, you could be your own Joey Maaloof. You could look in the mirror and be like, oh my God, what would Joey Maaloof tell me? I would tell you to take off that necklace and wear like a more fierce lipstick color. You know, tell yourself that. Give yourself confidence. Own it. Be exactly who you want to be, because at the end of the day, if you do what you love and you're always yourself, you can do anything, right? And I think that I look at my 10-year-old niece who, you know, is obsessed with everything I do and wants to follow me and dance like me and sing like me and talk like me and eat what I'm eating. And I think to myself, like, wow, all I have to do is tell her to find what she loves and be herself. And at the end of the day, she's gonna find her way, because that's, you know, that's the story of life. You find your way. You want to figure out what that is. And really, that's what makes a star. A star is somebody who is themselves, because it's easy to be you know? And when it comes to your beauty routine, you really just need to find what's easy for you and what works for you, because living in a retouched world, you know, don't believe what you see in magazines. Use it to inspire you, because even the celebrities inspired by how gorgeous the retoucher made them look. You know, at the end of the day, you know, like, touch up your eyebrows if they're a little sparse. Pencil them in. You know, it's tricks like contouring the sides of your cheek. It's subtleties that really make you pop. And, you know, whether it's like wearing a foundation that's 2 shades darker than your face and neck because it matches your chest. You know, these are tricks that I use on my celebrity clients. Most of them don't even tan their faces. They wear SPF 50 and, you know, wear SPF 25 on their body. So if I want to give them like a boost of color, sometimes their whole body has makeup on it. Not that you have to wake up and do all of that. That's just for like a fun event. But during the day, you can think of these things, you know, and take them into consideration of what you like. If you're inspired to have a new haircut or a new hair color, talk to your stylist. Like, allow it to be like a fun conversation, because in fashion, when we're doing an amazing editorial shoot with Jessica Alba, there's like 12 of us on an email talking back and forth, and then when we get to the shoot, we're like, oh my god, let her try on this outfit with this shoe and this bracelet, and we're gonna do this lip color, and it's gonna work, everybody, when it comes out. It's gonna be amazing. And you know, it's not necessarily like you have to put that much work into being yourself. It's about, that's how it takes a whole team of people to inspire you to want a certain lip color or a certain blush color, or you want to be like fierce and tan like J-Lo with slick back hair like Kim Kardashian. You know, all of these things, you know, are a team of people that are behind them. So take these things into consideration when you're really picking out what you want. Don't find the insecurity of what you don't have. You know, value what you really do have and make it work for you. Talk to your stylist and be like, I have straight hair, but I want to start rocking a messy wave look. You know, if I was your stylist, I would tell you to braid your hair in pigtails when you go to bed, and then when you wake up in the morning, your hair is going to be permanently wavy because you forced it to be. So just take a curling iron to the front pieces, you know, break it up a little bit with a flat iron, and there you go. You have messy waves, and you have straight hair before you went to bed. You know, it's just simple techniques like that that really help everything become more effortless. And I think that in the world that we live in today, it's really all about being yourself and making things easy. Like, I can't live without my iPhone. I can't even get anywhere without it. You know, it's like we don't really need direction. You were born with all of it. You know, wear your hair in its natural texture. Find a way to make it work for you. Find the right haircut. Relate to a celebrity or somebody that inspires you. And, you know, take everything that they have to offer that can work for you and make it work for you. And it's all about using everything as an inspiration to build up this person that you want to be. And a lot of things take time. If you have black hair and you want blonde hair, you know, think about the graduation, not the instant gratification. Think about, you know, going to a subtle brown, to a sandy brown, to a dark blonde, and then eventually get yourself to that beautiful vanilla. Because if you take yourself to that strict blonde right away, your hair is going to be brittle. And, you know, if you were my client and went from black to blonde, all I'd be looking at is your burned ends. I'd be like, oh my god, how am I going to make your hair shiny? Oh my god, I would be freaking out. So, you know, all of these things take time, and if you are so drastic, then it's going to take you even longer to get ready in the morning. So the more you work with what you got, the easier it is to be the beautiful bombshell that you've always dreamed of being. I've said in an interview once that I believe that there's a celebrity inside of everybody, and I think that that truly comes from being yourself. And that's exactly what it comes down to. Thank you.